The Federation Starship Enterprise wipes out a vast space cube belonging to the enemy aliens named the Borg, but some escape. In that scene from near the beginning of Star Trek First Contact, one of the 5 new movies we'll be reviewing this week. I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune.
And I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times. The new Star Trek movie is one of the best and the brightest in the series, combining improved special effects with the continuing twin obsessions of Star Trek: the line between past and future, and the line between human and not human. As the movie opens, the Federation is under attack from the Borg, a race whose members combine flesh with cybernetics and are organized more like an insect hive than a human community. We learn that Captain Picard, played by Patrick Stewart, was briefly assimilated by the Borg some years earlier, and that makes him eager to defy orders and bring the Enterprise into the front lines when the Borg attack Earth. He even follows the Borg through a hole in time back 300 years to the year 2063.
Sir, the vortex is collapsing.
Hold your course, Mr. Hawk. I must follow them back. Repair whatever damage they've done.
On an Earth that is rebuilding after World War III, mankind is about to make the very first flight at warp speed. The brilliant inventor of the warp drive is an aging alcoholic rock and roll fan played by James Cromwell, who was the farmer in Babe. He's very good in the role of an inventor who doesn't want to become a hero.
You think I want to go to the stars? I don't even like to fly. I take trains. I built this ship so that I could retire to some tropical island.
Meanwhile, the Enterprise crew member named Data has been captured by the Borg and is tempted by the Borg Queen. Data, played by Brent Spiner, is an android created without emotions, but the Queen hopes to make him more vulnerable by playing on his desire to become human. She's played by Alice Krieger.
Are you familiar with physical forms of pleasure?
If you are referring to sexuality, I am fully functional.
Meanwhile, mankind stands at a historic milestone in 2063. It is soon to make its first contact with an alien race.
Alien, you mean extraterrestrials? More bad guys?
Good guys. They're on a survey mission. They have no interest in Earth. Too primitive.
Oh.
The Star Trek movies have been pretty uneven over the years, sometimes looking a little tacky compared to state-of-the-art special effects, as, for example, in the Star Wars movies, and sometimes seeming to stray from their roots in a TV series where most of the episodes were about ideas, not simply action. But Star Trek First Contact is one of the best in the series, and it does a good job of weaving together past and present, Borg and human, and the launching of the first warp flight with Picard's attempts to save the Enterprise from a boarding party of Borg. There are a lot of good actors in this cast, and they bring a lot of conviction to material that could easily have gone astray. I enjoyed this movie.
I enjoyed it too. I think it is the best in the series, and it has been an uneven series, and you're quite right, it has looked tacky. Here, everything seems sharper than ever before, including Patrick Stewart, I think. I know it's fun with William Shatner, and he's kind of campy when you look at that whole crew, but Patrick Stewart raises the tension level. You pay attention to him in a way that you don't pay attention to Shatner's group. And the film looks great. I mean, you're studying the shots. You're looking at the detail. You're marveling at reflections in helmets and glass and all that kind of stuff.
It is a good-looking movie, and Patrick Stewart is very good, too. And I like the tension between him and Alfre Woodard as the Earth woman, who's kind of the partner of that nutty professor. And that was interesting. And then you have that tension between Data and the Borg Queen. That kind of seduction, which is a seduction of the mind and of the memory bank, was very
and here's some more praise for James Cromwell, who is the inventor. I mean, here's a guy who is late in his career now, has hit 2 big movies in a row, Babe and this film, and it must be it's just fun to watch a guy being rediscovered. He's a veteran performer out in Hollywood, and he's got a good character,
and he does a good job.
Absolutely. Okay, our next movie.